Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Miss Canada Globe Productions Facebook channel. Sorry. My name is Maya Santana Pilar, and I am the Executive Officer of the Miss Canada Globe Productions. And tonight, we have a very special young girl who started in the pageantry, in our pageant at the age of 13. And she has grown up and has won her international title. Her name is Bianca Buzilla, our reigning Miss Tourism Teen Petite Intercontinental 2019-2020. Hi, Bianca.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So, how is your life been, especially with the COVID-19?
It is hard because we can't really do anything, and I have to do online school from 8:30 in the morning till 3:30 p.m. And I have to stay home because I have no other choice, and I can't talk with my friends in person, but I can just video chat them, so it's easier. So, but for the safety, we must stay home and stay positive, and together we can get through this. And there is so much sadness in the world now because of the coronavirus, but we must thank to all who help us go through this, and especially thanks to the medical staff who risk their lives every day, and the grocery workers as well.
See, if anyone's watching right now, they wouldn't think that they're talking to a 15-year-old girl. So I'm so proud of you, because I remember how you started. You were so like cutie, 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 and like, and now you can talk. So your bandwidth is low. So to all our viewers, you might see like, probably some frozen moments with Bianca, but like, at least we can hear her. So Bianca, let's talk about who you are. Maybe talk about yourself and for people to get to know you, because that's very important.
So,
are you nervous?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Don't be.
So, I was born in Romania, and then I moved to Canada back in 2010, and it was the best thing that could have happened to me. I also have a little sister and a little brother, and I attend private school over near my house in Fort Erie. It's called Niagara Christian Collegiate, and I'm in 9th grade so far. And I always had a passion for acting as well as modeling. So thank you to Miss Canada Globe Production. And I already started on my modeling career as a Mahistrado fashion model, and I'm so grateful for that.
Oh, that's great. So I remember during your first day at the pageant, you were really struggling with walking in heels.
Yes.
And now you can walk the runway like there's no ending. So congratulations on that. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the pageant, like from day one where you started, especially the first 3 days, which is the regional assessment. Walk us through that and tell us what you've experienced.
So when I started my journey at Miss Canada Globe 2 years ago, back in 2018, I was like a very, very shy
2018 girl.
Yeah.
2018, yes.
So I was a very, very shy person, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to walk in heels. I didn't want to do anything because I was like, I had zero confidence. But like, as more as you go in through the pageant, everyone starts to encourage you, and with their support, my confidence started going up every day, because in the pageant they just want you to be yourself and feel comfortable in your own way. So on the first day in regionals, we met everyone, like all the queens, the delegates, and the staff, and then the next couple days we had training. We had in high heels, and I never walked in them before, so it was something new. And we had makeup training, and then we had practice for interview, and then we had our regionals where I won Miss Teen Niagara Region 2018. Yeah.
And then, well, as I mentioned before, you didn't even know how to do your hair, right? And look at you now, like you have, like, you know how to style, and your makeup is on point.
Thank
You know,
you.
so, and you even know how to put lashes on. So that's pretty amazing. Like, you know, because I remember before you, like, your hair was just like wavy, and yeah, like, you know, you were like starting from scratch. You're basically feeling your surroundings.
Yeah.
So after the regional assessment and you've went to the national, because it's the following day after the regional assessment. Take us back to your experience.
So, my national pageant experience, like the day after regionals, was really, really fun because we did lots of things. Like, we went shopping, we went to the CN Tower, we danced on a party bus, we had mini competitions, we had a talent show, we had bikini shows, we had fashion shows, and we went to lots of different restaurants. I think we also did, we did karaoke, salsa, and disco night, which was really, really fun. But we also, during nationals, we grew really close together because we got to do all the fun things together. So we also cared about each other a lot, and we helped each other backstage a lot. And it's very important. That's like sisterhood, growing up.
And let me ask you something, because you've also experienced the confidence level training.
Mm-hmm.
What was confidence level training to you?
It was like, so at first, like I said, I was a very shy person. And like when you met the queens and the staff, like they talked about how their confidence training was. And like it's okay to be who you are. It doesn't matter, because in the end it's always been you. And it's not good to be another person. So if you're like, even if you're very shy, like they give you a confidence boost, because like it doesn't matter what you look like. It's just you're beautiful inside. So let that beautifulness grow and everything.
So now let's talk about the finals, because obviously that was the big night for everybody. And take us back to that day.
So on that night, I did not make it in the top 8. And so I continued, like backstage, I continued trying for the teen charity, and I was just behind one of the girls. And then on stage, I got called up first, so I was just wondering what was going on. And I got the MCGP Young Canadian Achiever 2018-2019, and I was just like, what is going on? So I started freaking out inside my mind, and I was like, oh, I won a title. So yeah, that was really amazing.
Okay, so people would like to know, what is MCGP Young Canadian Achiever?
So the MCGP Young Canadian Achiever is a scholarship award where before the pageant you have to write an essay, I think, and they check the essay and they see if you uh, if you if you get like the good part, if they like the essay, you can have a chance to win that title if you don't get in the top 8 or 5. And it means that like you get a big scholarship going towards anything, like your school or your university school, because it's young. So, and you have to be a role model for your community and the young children in it. So you have to go to like, you don't have to, you can, but you have to do like community involvement. You have to like inspire young people. Yeah.
So with that title of MCGP Young Canadian Achiever, what have you done with that title?
So I have done lots of community involvements, and it's really fun though. So I use my title in my appearances that I have in my community, and one of them was I met a girl which she had cancer, and so I talked at her speech thing. I forget what it was called, but she inspired me a lot because she had like the Terry Fox cancer in her leg. So she inspired me because she did gymnastics and she also made it on the Romanian's Got Talent. So she inspired me that you could do anything in any condition, and she was her own hero. Like you could be your own hero. Doesn't matter what happens to you, you just keep going. And she was an amazing girl too.
And you've done a lot of charity events. So tell us about that.
So I have done a lot of charity work. Like I go there and like I help out and like take pictures with all the little children that want to take pictures with me. They always want to see my crowns. So I always have to take it off my head. And it's like, oh, look. And I explain to them how I got the title, how amazing it is to be in a pageant, and the confidence that you keep getting too.
That's actually good. So now let's talk about your platform. What was your platform and your current platform as a young title holder?
So my platform was for sick kids in Toronto, and I haven't done anything yet because it's really hard for me to get to Toronto because all the traffic. But I'm planning one day when it's a little bit warmer and the virus is gone to do like a fundraiser for sick kids and then donate that money to them so all the children could have a fighting chance to beat their diseases.
Well, I mean, yes, you didn't particularly do anything with little kids, sick kids hospital, but you've done the AIDS walk, you've done the Alzheimer's walk for the memories, you've done the Canadian breast cancer walk. You've done a lot of events for such a young girl like you.
I've done lots of charity work.
And you've also done a lot of fashion shows. So tell us your life as a model.
So it's really fun because because I work with Kim. So it's fun when we have fashion shows because we go there like 2 or 3 days before the fashion show. So we get to like try on our dresses. We get to have fun photo shoots. I remember in one of the when we had a show, I did a photo shoot, and he made me stick out my tongue. And the runway is really fun because when you get on there, you just see a bright light and the stage. So you don't get that really scared because you don't see people because you have to look forward when you walk on the stage as a runway. And it's fun.
And your mom even got to model with your sister.
Yeah, I even got to model with my little sister too.
And your mom did it too in one night.
Yeah, that was fun. She kept on asking me questions like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this?
Did she wear your shoes?
No.
The 6-inch heels?
No.
Okay, so now let's talk about, I'm sure you've done a lot of ethnic events. And do you remember the parade that you did for the Filipino Independence Day? Remember how you were wearing a flower dress and you were one of the flower queens?
Yes, I wore my national costume dress before I went internationally, but nobody knew, so I was fine. And I had to carry it because I'm a really short person, so I had to carry it because I didn't have the hoop under it yet. So we walked around the thing, and I was the first one in line. And my parents helped me too. They were holding the giant banner above my head.
Yes.
And my sister was behind me. in front of me. My sister was in front of me, holding a guy's hand, and she kept on looking over at me. She's like, "Why do I have to do this? You're lucky."
I miss your sister. She's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so now as you are an MCGP title holder, you you got the rights to represent Canada in the international pageant of Miss Teen Tourism Intercontinental. So tell us of what preparations you have done before you competed internationally.
So before my international, Kim trained me and helped me like get better for interview, and he helped me get all my outfits. He did walk training with me. Like I went so many times to Toronto just to practice, and we had my official photo shoot for the Miss Canada Globe page. And yeah, that was fun.
So take us back to the time that you went to the Dominican Republic representing Canada at the Miss Teen Tourism Intercontinental.
So, like Maya said, winning nationally gave me the opportunity to compete in an international pageant. So last year in July, I went to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic as Miss Canadian Petite Tourism Intercontinental 2019. And it was hot there, very hot. So we had lots of fun things that we did. We had like the gala night the first night we got there, and then we went to I forget where it was called. We went to the senior home, and then we went.
So what did you do with the senior home?
At the senior home, me and our Mr. Canada Globe, Ralph Abella, we gave the seniors glasses and like food and snacks. And then after that we went on a walk around the city.
But in the senior homes, what did you learn from that experience? Because you've seen reality of life.
Yeah.
You see me cry because it was a very emotional day for me. It made me it reminded me of my parents. So what did you actually see there? What did you learn?
So I saw that there was a lot of sick people there. So, and like I saw that the nurses, or I don't remember what they were called.
Personal support workers.
Yes. Yeah, personal support workers.
And nuns.
And
you saw the nuns, right?
They were trying their best to do everything they can to help the seniors, but there's like a lot of them. So we like in my heart, it was sad to see that because I had sick grandparents too. I have a sick grandma, and it's sad because there's nothing they can do because they don't know what's exactly wrong with them. Like they don't know what sickness they have. So we donated lots of things. Like we donated glasses because just in case
reading glasses, yes.
If they didn't have glasses and they couldn't see, we donated some. We donated some crackers, and they really enjoyed that. And like we had little flags too of Canada, and they loved them.
So the reason why I'm touching this point is because you being a young Canadian, you've seen the life of poverty in Dominican Republic. Yeah. And you've seen the difference of how we take care of our old people here. And I know that COVID-19 just happened where a lot of seniors passed away because of the disease, but it's, you know, that it's even worse there. Do you remember when we went to one of the wings of the building where it was they were in a dying bed?
Oh yeah.
That was what made me cry. But tell us your experience about that.
So when we went to the other part of the wing where all the super sick people were in their dying beds, I tried my best not to cry, but it did really, like, it broke my heart because they were just there in their deathbed. So it's heartbreaking.
And because you've seen how the life in Dominican Republic for people who are not well-to-do, you see that like where their living conditions and everything now, how it was not air conditioned, it was very hot, and even two people share in one bed, if you remember that.
Yeah.
So like how did it make you feel knowing that here in Canada we are living a good life?
Because like here in Canada, all the seniors have their own room and their own beds, so they have their own supplies. But in Dominican Republic, it's very different because they have like there's like 2 to 4 people in the same room, and there's only like 2 beds, so they have to share the beds. And like you don't know, like I said, you don't know what diseases they have, so the other person could catch the disease, and you wouldn't know. And they don't deserve that. Like they should have their own rooms and their own beds and their own medical supplies.
And this is why we have been promoting the symbol of true Canadian beauty, a pageant with a heart campaign, to make a difference to all the third world countries that needs our help, right? So when we came there, we donated a lot of reading glasses because that's very important for old age people that needs to have a better vision. And then, but the most important thing that we went there for is to actually spend time with them. And you've seen how you and Ralph have brought so many smiles from these old people who just needed the time, to be cared for and have that love, that moment of love that we could give, right? Plus the cookies and all that sweet stuff was like something that they look forward to, even though it's not healthy, not that healthy for, especially with people with diabetes, but at least with that moment, we had given them a smile in their faces. So after that, then we went to Santo Domingo, old Santo Domingo. What did we do there?
So we walked around, like everyone went their separate ways. So me, you, Kim, and Ralph, we went on a long walk, and we took photos. We saw some birds. That was fun. I took photos of pigeons, but Ralph was scared. So, and then we continued.
I treated you guys because I know you guys been missing home food from Canada. Well, not really home food, but like comfort food.
Yeah, so the food in Dominican Republic is very different than here in Canada. So we managed to find a Pizza Hut, and I was just in my mind, it's like, finally something that's in Canada.
But that was a treat. You guys did so much work during that day with the seniors, so it's just but right for me to treat you both, especially in the hot weather and in a place where there was no air condition. Like, it was a price for doing such an amazing job, spending time with the old people. So, and then we came back to the hotel. Describe the hotel. How was the hotel in the Dominican?
So the hotel was very beautiful. Like the beach was just down a couple stairs and around the corner, so you could see the beach from your room. So my room was just 3 floors above Kim. So like
Who was
every
your
time
roommate?
My roommate was Brazil, like Miss Brazil, and 2 Dominican Republic. I forget what category they were in.
Yes.
So so like every morning I would wake up and just go down the tiny elevator, Kim's room, or use the stairs. Depends on which one's faster. And I go to Kim's room to do my makeup.
What time? At what time? So people will know that it's a lot of work to be in internationals. What time did you have to go downstairs for your hair and makeup?
So I usually woke up around 7 just to get myself up. And I usually go to Kim's room around 7:30. Depends what time he tells me a certain time, so I know when to go down. But it's like
7 was very generous because remember, it was supposed to be 5:30 in the morning.
yeah, I know.
But because Kim loves you very much, she makes you sleep
Yeah.
later,
Thank you, Kim.
knowing that you have to be downstairs for breakfast at 8:30. So
Yeah.
so
Kim's
how's the feeling of like meeting a lot of people from all over the world?
it was fun. Like we didn't understand each other, so we tried everything our best because they spoke Spanish and I can't speak Spanish. So we tried our best to try to understand each other. We had one girl, Costa Rica. She could speak a little bit of English, so she translated for us, and so we can understand each other. And it was fun because like we got to meet different people from different parts of the world, and we grew closer together. And I've learned a lot of new cultures, and I love
Especially when you feasted on virgin pina coladas. Do you remember that?
that was fun. At first, Kim's like, "Hey, be careful! Don't get the alcoholic ones." I was like, I don't know if they don't have the non-alcoholic ones." So we went to ask.
Yeah. No, but it was too much sugar, and we didn't want you to be hyper so much.
No, I only had one, and then
No, but during rehearsals, that's what you guys were doing. You guys were getting it from the thing because it's like close to the theater, right? There was
yeah,
like
it was very hot, so nobody brought water. So we all just we had a break, so we all like tried to find the nearest thing to drink.
okay. So let's talk about the competition night of Miss Teen Tourism Intercontinental. Tell us your experience with that.
So every night I think we had a competition. Like we had lots of different competitions. So I won 3 awards from those competitions. So the first one was Miss Wonder Sea International 2019, and then the couple 2 days later I won the best fantasy national costume because I had the best costume.
Yes.
And I was boiling in that. So. And then on the last night when I won my title, also I won the best Miss Elegance award. Like I had the best evening gown. I think that's what it meant.
Yes.
Yeah. So and then when I won my title, I was just like, what are they saying? Because I didn't understand Spanish. So I heard them call me up, and then I looked over at the previous Miss Tourism, and she was coming with the crown and sash. So my heart started beating. I was like, what is going on? And then because she could speak English, so she told me in my ear, it's like, hey, you won for your category. So I was like, oh, okay.
Well, how does it feel winning an international crown and title?
It feels good, because you know that you won a big, it's bigger than a national title, so you know that you actually worked hard for that title, because you don't know the girls how good they're at competing from different countries, so you have to work a lot to try to win the crown.
And how did it feel carrying the name Canada in your chest?
I was proud that I got to get sent internationally to carry my Canada on my chest and try to win the title for Team Canada. And when I won, I was like, Canada, we did it. We did it again. We won this international.
So, again, I'm so proud of you that night when you won the title. Well, you and also our Mr. won the Mr. Tourism Intercontinental World. So both of you have won, and then you took the crown home to Canada. And for a young girl like you, who I've seen from age of 13, then you won your international title at 14.
Yeah.
It's a big achievement, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. And I must thank you, Maya, for supporting me and being my pageant mom there, and always being my pageant mom too. And to Kim for the amazing coaching and the outfits that he did for me. So I just thank you a lot, both.
Well, let's talk about Kim. How is Kim as a trainer? Because I know some people would like, oh, he's so strict. He yells sometimes and everything. But tell us, how's Kim as a trainer?
So Kim is strict sometimes, but it's like he's not like mean. He's just trying to make you understand that you have to practice. Like the more practice you do, you get better and better. So so he's really fun to be around because like there's lots of things Kim does that's funny. Like sometimes he tells jokes, or sometimes he gets mad for no reason. Like one time we were doing something, we were going to training in Dominican, and he was hungry. And Ralph said we can't eat now because the thing is closed. So he got mad at Ralph because he was hungry. So I was just in the back laughing. And then he got over it. So we continued training.
Yeah,
and it's fun.
Men are different. When men are hungry, they get cranky.
Yeah, my brother gets cranky when he's hungry.
So it's different, you know. Like we're more we can tolerate hungriness and pain, but men are very different. They become babies after. So
sorry, Kim.
So now coming back, well, you've done a lot of events and you still continue doing events with that title. Let's talk about your feeding program that you just did in the Philippines.
So I got contacted by Kim to see if I wanted to join in his feeding program for the Philippines. So I was happy to be part of it because I love helping people. Like in this epidemic, like people don't have enough food. So if we donate money, we could I think it was $200 could feed
35 families.
35 families and give them a bag of rice to go home with, so it lasts them for the week. So if we keep donating, we could end up feeding all those families in the Philippines, and they could be happy.
And that's really important right now because, again, as I mentioned from previous live shows that we've been doing, the Philippines, there's three classes of people. There's the rich class, middle class, and the poor class. And unfortunately, the poor class, if they don't work, they don't have money. They don't get paid to feed their families. So it's really vital right now that a lot of people gets food, especially a lot of unfortunate people out there, because there's little children there who go to sleep at night with an empty stomach. So and as I mentioned, a little amount helps. When you put it all together, it feeds families, poor families. And it doesn't have to be 200. That's the $200 feeds 35 families. So even 10, 15, $20, $30, it all adds up to have into a proper amount of 200 to feed 35 families. So thank you for doing that, Bianca.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now let's talk about the Sisterhood mentorship program. So last year you've mentored one girl, and now tell us about what is Sisterhood mentorship program for you.
So the Sisterhood mentorship program is really important for the girls that will compete in the next Miss Canada Globe. So any title holder who recruits a girl can help them in their own, like, their amazing journey, what they'll have participating in the pageant, and to help them, to advise them, and like they can become closer as friends or pageant sisters even. And they teach you like what you need to know. Like, so the pageant teaches you how to be confident and how to self-love, and the girls can explain this to them so they don't have to be too scared, like, so they have like a little bit of a boost of confidence when they get there, so they're not like me, how I was like, I had nobody to mentor
Hi, Bianca.
me off by accident.
No problem.
So they also teach you, back to where I was, they teach you everything. Like, they explain to you step by step how like they teach. Okay.
No worries.
So like they help you training in your walk to get your walk better. They teach you, like, they explain to you what competitions they have so you can get ready for the tiny little competitions. And they just make you grow in new experiences. Like, if you never experienced a pageant, like, they experienced it before you. And they also, some of them also went internationally. So they can explain what it is, how it's like, how fun it is, what you get to do, the new people that you get to meet, and this is a once time in life an opportunity for every person.
Okay, well, I know that some people have rejected you to be their mentor because I guess they think that you're too young and that you couldn't do anything. But remember, it's not about the age, because Bianca, when she was 13 to her now, she gathered a lot of experience that can help anyone, whether you're 14, 13, or 35, 40.
Yeah.
And what can you tell all the girls watching right now who want to be like you? Or how would you want to tell the girls that you want to mentor them?
So if you join my team where I mentor you, I would help you with everything. Because I didn't, like I said, I didn't get help because I didn't have a mentor. So I didn't really know how to walk in heels, how to T-pose, like what competitions there were. So if you join my team, I can help, I could like train you like most of the, like, not every single day because I also have school to do. But in the summertime, I can do it every day. Like, I will train you for everything. I'll help you with makeup training, hair training, get your outfits together, walk training, everything. Even
Question
interview
and
Q&A.
answer.
Yeah, and question and answer, Q&A.
Which I know is not your favorite part, but like you survived it, and look at you now. You can answer questions.
I can.
Yeah, because I remember before you were like this. You would give this look, and then you'd be like. But now look at you. You're like, when I attack you with a question, you can actually answer. So,
yeah, it's still scary sometimes, but I get used to it.
And you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Remember, you're only 15, but
yes,
you have proved to everybody that even though you're 15, you have what it takes to be a queen.
Mm-hmm.
That actually rhymes, right? Oh, I made a new rhyme. That if you're only 15, that actually make you a queen. Because it is the truth. You are a queen.
Yeah.
And you've done an amazing job and will continue doing an amazing job as a queen.
Yeah,
So,
most people think I'm a lot older than I actually look. So like One time I asked someone like, what age do I look like? And they're like, you're like 18 or 19. I'm like, no.
No, you know what? People might say that you look like 18, 19, but when you start smiling and then you start talking, definitely people will know that you're just a teenager who is so much to offer the world.
Yes, thank you.
So, Bianca, what is your message to everyone? What will be your message to a girl that's watching right now?
So my message to a girl is just be yourself. Because if you join the pageant, you don't need that much experience. I will help you though. But you have to be yourself. Just let loose, be yourself. I said that too many times. And if you win, you'll have the opportunity to go internationally like I did. And even if you get crowned as a queen or a princess or scholarship ambassadors or the charity ambassadors, you'll go internationally. So I want to give you the amazing opportunity what I had when I was 13 till now, 15. So please message me. I want to mentor you. So
And what would be your message to all the people who are currently um, facing this COVID-19 stress?
So my message for them is that we should stay home and listen to what the government is saying, because like you don't know what could happen. You could like by accident bump into a person that you can't see if you're going backwards or something. I don't know what you're doing, and they could have the virus and they don't know, and then you could catch it. And like you could be patient and wait for it, or be an actual patient in the hospital. So just stay home and you'll be safe. Stay at home as much as possible.
This is like a deja vu for me, Bianca, because when I first met you, these words would not come out of your mouth.
I know.
You would just smile and then you're in your little bubble. And now I'm looking at a very young woman that has grown up. I'm being so emotional right
Oh, no, don't cry. I'm going to cry too.
now. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I just can't believe that.
Oh, I'm going to cry too. I don't want to cry. I love you, Maya.
I love you too. I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of what you have become, and I'm hoping that everybody will look at you into a factor of not just about your age, but the positivity that has happened in your life. And
Yeah.
and I'm sure your parents are like so proud.
Yeah, they are. Like when I won my international, my mom started freaking out. So my siblings were sleeping. So she ran to their room and like screamed like, "Hey, Bianca won her international!" And she was just freaking out everywhere.
So I'm just so proud of you, Nick. You truly are a queen.
Yes, thank
And
you.
you deserve it. And I know you will have better opportunities, more bigger opportunities. Just keep dreaming, just keep loving life and be a difference for others. Be an example for others and be an instrument
Yeah.
to make a difference for others because you have touched so many lives
Yeah, I
and you
know.
keep on touching people's lives, even myself. So like and nowadays there's a lot of young people trying to grow up, but I'm looking at you and the innocence still prevails in you and the sweetness and the charmingness of a young girl that should be is still with you. So
Oh, thank you.
i'm just I'm just so emotional right now. So Bianca, keep what you're doing, keep inspiring
Okay.
others, and we will see each other soon. I know that because I miss you so much.
I miss you too. It's not fun staying home. It's fun doing charity work.
So I will see you soon. And thank you so much for the time. And we will see each other actually later on because we have a special event.
Yeah.
So thank you again. And
Thank you.
bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.